So guys, this was my first time on Nairobi Expressway from Westlands Nairobi to Syokimau, where we're supposed to catch a train to Mariakani and then a cab to Watamu, because that was my destination. And then I got into this train. You can see how the seats are looking. Actually, the ticket here we're going at this time. We're going for 3,000. That was the first class, and then the economy, of course, I think it was going for half the price, 1,500. Yeah, the seats are pretty cool. You can see, basically that is how it looks like. And then I alighted at Mariakani, and then we took a cab. Actually, I wasn't alone. We were just like a group of like 8 guys, and then we took a cab from Mariakani all the way to Watamu. That distance is a long distance. Actually, it was close to 3 hours drive. I couldn't believe it, and then we got to our resort where we are supposed to stay for close to 5 days. Actually, we stayed there for 4 nights and close to 5 days. That makes sense to you. So, and then we got to our resort, a very nice resort. Actually, very few Kenyans usually come to this place. I think I would say it's a reserve for the whites, and maybe, let me call them foreigners, even people from other African countries. Basically, most of them are the ones usually come to these places to have fun, to enjoy the coastal beaches, the foods, the Swahili foods and everything, something of that sort. You can see this how the place looks like. In that water that you can see, there's some fish. If you can zoom, you can be able to spot some fish. And then there are birds here, even when you're asleep, you can, especially in the morning, you can hear them making sounds, blah blah blah. So it's a very serene, and I happen to love the ambience. The place has a very good ambience. So basically, this is where I was staying. We stayed while we were there. Actually, they're very nice rooms. If you watch my other video, you'll be able to. I also did a video on the place where, especially the room where I was spending my nights. So you can see here, this is a place where we used to eat from most of the time, and it's by the pool. So you can see on the that's where we could eat from. Actually, we used to. You can see the seats right there. That's where we could eat from. They used to have this buffet kind of thing. So basically, you eat whatever you want to eat. All sorts of food, Indian food, Korean, and everything. Whatever kind of food. You can see when actually you come here, you pay. I think the range was around 10,000 to 15,000 a night. And then you can be able to eat everything, be it breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, and everything. Later in this video, you'll be able to see some of the food I actually had while I was here. Not all of them, but I happened to take up pictures of a few. And actually, these people you seeing in the pool, actually, we didn't come with them. We found them there. They had came for a retreat. That's why you see that they were looking for some certain company. That's why they were there. So, and on this other clip here, you can see now the beach is a private beach. Actually, that's why you don't see many people there. And the proof that you went to Mombasa, you have to write your name on the sand. Everyone does that when they go to the coast. You can see the name links here, and use your toe to do all that. And at some point, I realized that the beach is not that clean. I had to mop it using my top. I had to clean the ocean, to mop the ocean. I really enjoy that. And the person who was holding the camera, for me, it's just a random person I found there. So at some point I was doing all this, and then have to keep an eye on that guy, because I didn't want them to disappear with my phone. When I was doing all these things, I had to keep an eye on the guy who was recording me or rather filming all this, because it was a stranger. So you can see the kind of fun I had. I had fun swimming in the beach. You can see, that water is so salty, bro. So most of the times I could swim in the ocean and then go now like to get rid of the salt and everything in the pool. You can see all those amazing, close to, there's a baby pool and there are two pools. There's one on, maybe I didn't get to show you, on the other end, the very nice pools, swimming pools there, where you can literally go and swim after you're done swimming in the ocean. You can see, and then I got onto this seahorse thing. So by this time I'm recording this video, it wasn't my turn. So because I've told you, we were a couple of people that we went there with. So you can see also a sailboat from a distance. I also got on that sailboat, and I'm telling you, that was my first and last time. That thing relies on wind. If wind doesn't, like, if it, basically it's so risky. I got to, that guy took us to deep sea. I thought, like, oh my goodness, yeah, I feared for my life, to be honest. And I'm not getting on that thing ever again. It doesn't have engine, so it's like risky, but so that's not my thing. I have to do it. That's not my thing. So basically, guys, this is how the place looks like. I had fun. There are a couple of resorts apart from Turtle Bay. On the next, there's another resort. There's another resort that you can see. There's a lot of people in all these sort of buildings. You can see there and shades and everything. It was a very, very cool place, and I would love to go there, again and again and again. So basically, guys, that is it. At some point also we did what we call snorkeling. We went into what we call, so that is it. So this is some of the food that I got to eat there. I took a picture of them, some for dessert and everything. And then after 5 days, it was time for me to come back to Nairobi, to have a home. And then I got to Nairobi, what do you call it, Mombasa terminus, Railway terminus, because I had booked my ticket to and from on the first class SGR train. So I got to Mombasa terminus, and then actually by this time I forgot, I had lost my ticket, and I had to pay a penalty of 900 shillings for me to get a new ticket. And then you can see how Mombasa terminus looks like. It's a very nice place, world class. I was with some white guys, and they were telling me, even in the United States, their train terminal did not look this good. I was amazed that Kenya really they heavily invested on this thing. So finally I got into the train, and still first class. You can see, economy doesn't really look like this. After like 3 hours or so, I can't remember how long the journey took, we got to Syokimau terminus. You can see we had alighted, and then I boarded. I paid like 50 shillings. I boarded the old train all the way to Nairobi Railways. You can see the old train. This is how the seats looks like. And then I got to Nairobi, where I took a cab back home. So guys, that is it. You can see that the picture that I took while I was at